Hi, Tom Faggione from the Outdoor Club. It's the Outdoor Club's Out and About. We're here today in Sparrowbush, New York, at a beautiful place called the Cottage in the Pines. Come with me now as we take a tour of this facility and find out about some of the beauty that's in our community that maybe isn't all the way on the trail, but it's a place you sure want to come visit. So come with me right now as we go into the Cottage in the Pines.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Cottage in the Pines.
Oh, it is great to be here.
This is my innkeeper, Julia.
Hi, Julia. Very nice to meet you.
you.
So joining us right now is Lynn, the owner of the Cottage in the Pines, and as she mentioned, Julia, the innkeeper. And boy, you guys have quite a facility here, huh?
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, I just walked in through the door. That was my bionic man movement. I got in here. Tell me a little bit about where we're at right now.
Well, right now we're in between, we're kind of in the middle of our campus. We have an old Victorian house on one side and a bungalow on the other. And this used to be the site of a barn where the Dunwell family did a lot of inventing.
So this used to be the site of a barn.
The site of a barn. This is all new construction.
I'm looking at this from the floor to the ceiling to everything in here, and it still feels like a barn.
It feels like a barn, and it feels, I think, like an old barn because a lot of the wood is from local buildings that were taken down, and Hall Smith down the road provided them.
Well, you want to talk about some of the boards. I mean, I don't know if Mike and the guys can pan down to the floor, but look at some of these boards here. I mean, look at that piece of wood right there.
Yeah.
That is spectacular.
That is over 20 inches wide, and it came from the property. When I bought the property, there were a lot of mature trees that were really ready to be harvested, and we had a portable sawmill come in, and the whole building, the ceiling, and the floors are all made from that wood.
So all this wood that we're looking at here from floor to the rooftop was hewed from lumber here
Yes,
on your property here in Sparrowbush.
that's right.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about you and the property. Because as I feel like you say this is a new building, this building feels like it's 150 years old. Tell me when you got here.
So I bought this property in 2013, and my background is in historic preservation. I worked for the National Trust for Historic Preservation for a while. And one of the first things I did was research the building and put it on the National Registry.
Well, I can tell you one thing. From your work, it shows you know what you're doing, because this place is
Thanks.
really, really awesome. Can we take a walk in and look around a little bit?
Let's look around.
All right. So, hey, now it's your turns, ladies. Give me the tour. Tell me where we are and what we're looking at here. So, obviously, we're in this big hall. Tell me a
Go
little.
ahead, Julia. Tell us about weddings.
So ideally for a wedding, this would be a reception space. So if you can imagine round tables or rectangular tables with linens, we usually have a dance floor back there, DJ on the back wall. Yeah, it really can be made to your vision.
So let's talk nuts and bolts. Weddings, you know, some people have like 1,000 people at a wedding. Some people have 25 people at a wedding. This facility here, someone wants to have their wedding here. How many people can they accommodate here?
It can accommodate 140 on each floor. So we're 2 levels here in this barn. So we can do 140 upstairs, 140 downstairs for 280 total. And then there's also room on the lawn back there to extend with a tent if you had something bigger in mind.
I'll defer to you ladies. In terms of weddings, 140, give me a number. Is that a lot of people at a wedding these days? What is the trend in the weddings these days?
Yeah, it's really a sweet spot. I'd say max people are looking at kind of 175, but 140 is a really good number. That's generally what most people have, either 100 to 140.
So in our region, people that are looking to get married, if you're having a wedding for 100 people up to 200, over 200 people, this facility is here in Sparrowbush and it's waiting for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so you said up here, this is where you can have your dinner and have, this is where the party would take place. I'm looking at the walls, these beautiful doors here. Tell me what we're looking at here.
So that goes back to a catering prep area. So we've got lots of counter space, a triple sink for your caterers to set up in. We don't do catering on site, but that leaves the flexibility open for you to bring in kind of whoever you want. We've had everything from Indian to barbecue, farm to table, and then they can use that space to prep.
And this looks like a favorite spot for me. This is the bar.
Yes.
Right.
Favorite
Tell me a
for
little bit
many.
about this bar. That's kind of cool looking. I'm going to run over there. and
Lynn
check it out.
found these tiles, so I'll just.
So Lynn, hold on a second. Let me get in the right spot. Tell me a bit about this bar here, Lynn.
Well,
Back
the
here.
The counter was made locally by Albert Bosch and Charlie Hockenberry. And the Chinese breezeway tiles were bought on eBay from someone who had brought them over in the 50s.
Check that out. On eBay, no less. That's awesome.
So my amazing carpenter just put everything together. He actually, the woman who had these tiles had over 4,000 of them, and she's been consulting with him on how he did it because he did such a perfect job here.
Well, if she had 4,000, she still has 3,800 of them still.
I don't know. She's going through them.
Well, compliments to the bar creators because, as you can see, it's the perfect height. Julia, you look like you're ready to serve.
Yes,
back there.
I am.
But right now, there's no wedding going on, so we really got nothing to drink back there. But this is great. So, you know, and one of the things that I like if you get invited to a wedding, sometimes when you get in your seat and you're locked in there and you're like, oh, I don't want to move because now the guy behind me is going to get hit. This room is big enough that everyone's going to be comfortable. And if you're enjoying the wedding, look, the bar's right here, so you don't have to walk out of the building or leave the facility.
But I'll tell you, I also had a birthday party for myself in the summer, and people just go onto the balcony in nice weather because it has a great view of the pond and the forest beyond, and you just feel like you're in the Catskills.
And this is such a beautiful location. We're going to try to get outside in a little bit if we don't freeze, because it's still pretty cold out there. But I can tell you one thing, it's really cozy in here. I like hanging out at the bar, but we're going to continue our tour. I assume that you're going to have restroom facilities up here as well, right?
We have 4 restrooms here. They're unisex, and we have a handicap restroom here too.
So it can accommodate everybody. So you're having your wedding. Those are things now that you have to consider. You know, you might have grandma coming, or you might have somebody that might need assistance. You know,
and my father was my consultant for this. He's in a wheelchair now, so everything is handicap accessible.
Excellent.
There's a ramp coming into this level, and there's an at-grade entrance to the bottom level.
So this is a modern facility that has an antique feel to it. So a combination of both makes it the perfect place.
I think so. I totally agree with you.
We're going to continue the tour, but I want people to know if they want to go online right now, check out a little bit about the Cottage in the Pines. Give me the website.
www.thecottageinthepines.com.
And there you go. And we're going to link it on the Outdoor Club website and on our Facebook page. But say it again,
thecottageinthepines.com.
All right, check it out online and you can learn more about this facility. Now, we kind of did a little rehearsal before we started this video, and we were talking about this big room. Now, this room has a special name, right?
The Magic Lantern.
The Magic Lantern. I like the name of that. So we're in the Magic Lantern. Where are we on to next?
Let's go downstairs to Phoebe's Tavern.
Phoebe's Tavern. Let's go. So we're going to pick it up in just a minute as we head downstairs to
Phoebe's Tavern.
Phoebe's Tavern. All right. It's Tom Faggione again from the Outdoor Club. We're out and about. We're here at the Cottage in the Pines up in Sparrowbush. Joining me, of course, is owner Lynn and innkeeper Julia. So we were just upstairs, took a great tour of the beautiful wedding hall upstairs, and we've gone downstairs to
Phoebe's
Tavern.
Phoebe's Tavern. So we're in Phoebe's Tavern. So we're talking about weddings and having your wedding here at the Cottage in the Pines. This part of your facility will be for what portion of the wedding?
You could use it any way you want, but so far people have typically gotten married outside. Julia actually got married by the fireplace because it was too cold. But and then people come in here for a cocktail party so that the couple can get a photo shoot in and not miss any of their reception.
So we're going to go outside in a little bit, but we started inside because it's a little chilly out today. So we're in Phoebe's bar. Julia, you got married. So this is on you now, Julia. Come on, show us how it all broke out and how you made it happen.
Absolutely. So my plan, I really love the woods here. We wanted to do it in the woods, but we picked November, so we knew there was a good opportunity, a good chance it was going to be too cold. It was about 30 degrees that day, so we couldn't ask people to do it.
Now I got to talk because I'm all about making sure everything's tactically prepared and ready to go.
Yeah.
When was the decision made? We're not going outside, we're coming inside. Was it that morning?
It was actually about 3 days in advance.
Okay.
So typically you can kind of make the call in the morning. Luckily I had a great wedding planner who would have helped us either way, but we could see way out that it was going to be anywhere from 20 degrees to 35. So we made the decision a little.
So you made the
early.
decision, and because this facility has that flexibility, it was easy to happen, right?
Right, absolutely.
So what'd you guys do inside?
So we were able to turn in front of the fireplace there into a ceremony space. Those tables weren't there. We did kind of an aisle right down the middle, put a nice little arbor in front of the fireplace, and had all of my guests. I had 120 people here.
120 people for the wedding itself downstairs.
Yep.
Plenty of room?
Plenty of room.
Everybody had a good time?
Everybody was seated really comfortably right there. And then this space was left pretty much open with some high top tables, so that right after the ceremony, everybody just kind of moved in here to mingle. And there's another great bar.
Hey, we made it outside. We're out and about with the Outdoor Club. Lynn and Julia are here with us. We're at the Cottage in the Pines. We just took a tour inside of a spectacular venue to have your wedding. So check it out, thecottageinthepines.com. So we're outside. It's cold. Lynn, we don't want to keep you outside too long. Julia, this is pretty nice out here. Tell us a little bit about that building. That building looks pretty cool.
So that is the oldest building on the property. It predates the house at 1895. I think it's probably an 1880 building. And it was a mill. I think it was a turbine mill. It had a turbine underneath. So the wheel is really decorative, but
So out in the distance, there's a decorative wheel there. But at one time, they were
sawing,
cutting boards up here.
cutting lots of boards.
That's
So
awesome.
and there's still remnants of some of the old blades and tracks that the wood was milled on.
Well, it really adds to the whole flavor of this facility, and it really makes it beautiful. What a backdrop to those pictures if they're being made there, and this nice lake.
Well, pond. It's
Pond.
Almost
See?
lakeside. As it is a pond. There's a creek that runs through here, so it's dammed up under the bridge. Makes a really nice waterfall on the other side.
Upstairs it's called
Magic lantern.
the Magic Lantern. Downstairs,
Davey's Tavern.
we have a name for the lake or the pond.
Nope.
Maybe we can have a contest, a naming contest for the pond. But it's really beautiful, but it's also pretty cold out here. You ladies cold?
A little bit.
All right, so if we're cold and we're traveling and we're on our way up to Sparrow Bush, boy, where can you stay for the night? Is there any place you know that we could stay for the night?
We do have
Look no
a
further.
lovely bed and breakfast, right?
All right, so
behind
we're
us.
going to go take a look inside the bed and breakfast right now. We're at the Cottage in the Pines here up in Sparrow Bush. Lynn, again, the website?
www.thecottageinthepines.com.
Tom Faggione, we're back here again. We're out and about with the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. Joining us is Lynn, owner-operator of the Cottage in the Pines. Hey, we're here. We are at the cottage, aren't we? This is beautiful, really beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
And look who's here.
Hey, welcome. Would you like to check in?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So hold on a second.
How can I help you?
So we're here at the Cottage in the Pines. Lynn, of course, you're the owner, operator. Julia, as you can see, she is the innkeeper. So when you want to come and stay at the Cottage in the Pines, you can go online and make your reservation at
www.thecottageinthepines.com with the phone number.
You can call 845-428-9092 and you'll talk to me.
So there you go. If you call the Cottage in the Pines, you're going to talk right to Julia. You can go online. You can book a room. There are how many rooms in the facility?
There are 8 rooms.
8 rooms here in the facility, and the bookings are available online, so check them out online. And how about this, ladies? We've had a great tour of the beautiful facility that you have here. Maybe the next episode, give us a tour of this facility?
Absolutely.
Oh boy, I'd love it. This is a beautiful place here on Route 42 in Sparrow Bush. It's the Cottage in the Pines. That's Julia. That's Lynn. I'm Tom. It's the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. We're out and about. And as I always say on our shows, get out and enjoy the beauty that's in our backyard and check out all of the great businesses that are located here in our community. Till the next show, we'll see you then.